a neighborhood and stop. And then the cop flies past the entrance of the neighborhood, and I'm sitting there. Should I wait? So I wait a little longer, and he finally comes back to me. And then he says I was trying to evade him, and I'm like, "No, son, I pulled over here and stayed here. And I didn't even get a reckless op," he said. God, so lucky. Drive fast, live loud is what he says. Yeah, okay. I mean, sounds like that one worked out for you, but can't count on that all the time. Hey, Nick. Did I pick him up? Hold on. Hey, Nick.
Hello?
Is this Nick?
Oh, sorry, the phone cut out for a second. Hey, Alan.
How are you?
I was listening to the top of the show yesterday, and email debacle with the drill bits. And I've spent countless hours trying to figure out this digital detective C. And I have one question I need to ask you.
All right.
Did you get emailed receipt?
I'm sorry?
Did they email you a receipt?
No, I always take a paper receipt. He keeps cutting out. Nick, are you there?
It's because he knows the secret.
But this is Nick, my tech correspondent.
But
I figured.
And big tech doesn't want him getting their secrets out there.
Is that what
So
it is?
They go, oh, because obviously a guy that's a tech correspondent has a good phone that works well, and then he's calling to blow up how they're tracking us, and they're like, oh, gotta
they shut him
down Nick.
Mm. And maybe he's calling. Maybe he's on Chick-fil-A mobile. Maybe he's calling him with that. Do you want to hear from Gaylord?
Yeah,
he's called back. Hey, Gaylord.
Hello, Mr. Cox.
We were just talking about you.
You asked the question. I heard it.
Yeah.
I listen to you guys all the time.
Did you hear yourself sped up?
Yeah, I loved it. I wish you could do it for me.
Somebody, yeah, go ahead. A listener, not to jump ahead, but a listener reminded us that I think they said the first time you called, you mentioned that you had had a stroke. Is that correct?
No, what had happened was I fell on my birthday, believe it or not, and I hit the back of my head on the left side.
Oof. Hit it on the right side, see if things even out. But you got to do it on your birthday.
I ended up having... hey, I enjoyed it, but I ended up having a brain bleed.
How long ago was this, Gaylord?
About 3 years ago, and I've been trying to recover ever since.
Gotcha.
I'm kind of wonky. My right side, because I hit the back of my left head, or the back of my head on the left side. It affected the right side of my body. And right after that, when they air flighted me to Metro, I was in a lot of recovery, and it took me a while to get the use of my right side back. But I use a cane when I walk, and when I talk, everybody says I talk slow. So
were you right-handed? No, it's okay. Were you right-handed?
I was left-handed.
Okay, so that didn't jam you up, or it did?
Well, it affected, the ability to think a little bit, which has come back. But
overrated.
The talking is slow. I love you guys so much. And,
Gaylord's going to be, if my math is correct, Gaylord's going to be 70 a month from today. So he is, he's almost out of his 60s.
Yep, I'm getting older and older, but hey, I'm allowed to listen to you guys. I love the music. I love everything you guys say, all of you. You are, like I said, in my heart. So I apologize to other listeners if I talk too slow, but I got to talk to my family once in a while.
Listen,
So
man, you don't worry about that. I'll worry about them. You just worry about getting better.
Well, you all mean a lot to me, so I'll let you guys go, and you have a little bit of an idea why I talk like I'm in slow motion. So
That's all
if you
right.
want,
Slow motion
beat
for
me
me.
up.
Slow motion for me. Okay. Look, have a good weekend, Gaylord, okay? Thank you, pal.
You too, and be careful out there.
Oh, I will be careful out there. Woo, doggy. All right, thank you. There's Gaylord getting us the lowdown on whatever. Listen, as a fellow Southpaw, you're already ahead of the game in the intellect department, so don't worry about it. Nick is back. The Illuminati, the tech Illuminati, have not stopped him from getting his message out to the people, Bill.
Good.
Are we on a secure line, Alan?
We are on I'm on a sat phone right here, yes.
Talk slow like Gaylord. Then they won't know what you're saying.
Well, that way they're going to be able to, they're going to get the metadata out of his every syllable. And so maybe the quicker the better.
It's funny you say metadata. I know I was asked about emailed receipts before they cut me off.
Mm-hmm.
Darn Illuminati.
Paper receipts.
That's one way they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do that. That's one way they do it. Another way is your name is attached to your credit card, and most places, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, they use third-party marketing companies. You know, when you go on their websites, they're like, accept our cookies, nah. And that's what that does.
I do
they
love
relay
cookies.
all your information.
Yeah, except all my cards are not in my name. My cards are all under Herd Farkle.
Oh.
But if it's tied to your email,
It's not.
Yeah.
It's tied to Herd Farkle at hotbotnot.com.
No, that's what it means. If Home Depot is working with the same company that Walmart is, it only takes one of them to have your email, and then they see the purchase at another store that they work with, and they can relay the two. It only takes one.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't think I've been in a Walmart in a long time, but I'm in Home Depot pretty frequently. So, okay, yeah, listen, I figured it was something like that, but I'm a little dim, and so who knows? I couldn't figure it out. But listen, Nick, it's probably better if you get off this line so they don't I've been hearing a lot of clicking in our conversation, and that can't be good.
No, it can't be.
Yeah.
Hate the show. Love you. Bye.
Okay, thank you. There's Nick, our tech correspondent, making sure that everyone is hip to the... So wait, I shouldn't get paper receipts, or I should get paper receipts?
I have no idea.
You don't sound like you care much either.
It's just like, what? This just makes no sense.
What makes no sense?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
No, come on. You're
It
the
all
smart
makes
one that knows
sense.
everything. Listen to the
Come
show.
on.
I do know everything.
Well, tell me.
I think, you know what I think you should do, Alan? I think you should get paper receipts. I think you should make your clothing out of them and then wear them around.
But I already have clothing.
No. You really want to see what's up with big tech? Start wearing your receipts on your chest and your sleeve. You wear your heart on your sleeve, wear your receipts on your sleeve.
No, you wear your heart on your
No,
sleeve.
I do not wear my heart on my sleeve. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
My heart couldn't be deeper in my chest. If it's there at all.
Like, you were playing a slot machine in Vegas.
Now what's happening?
Owen and Willoughby, he just mid-sentence on the talkback button there.
Like, you were playing a slot machine in Vegas and you won money. That is something that has a non-zero chance of happening. If you were like walking with your dad's ashes and you found $6,000, that'd be something. Why would that? I mean, that has a non-zero chance too, but it's way less likely. So you're in the situation where that's possible and it happened. Why do you conclude ghost of dad?
He is perplexed why you would consider it fate that your dad's ghost helped you win that big payout, $6,200 in Vegas.
Because the odds
Very
of
nice.
you winning $6,200 on a $5 bet are probably the same as the odds of you finding $6,000 on the ground.
Is that true?
They're not good.
I don't know if it's the same.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but
How do you know?
I'm just guessing.
listen, I will always trust
Those are the
Mary's
odds.
judgment when it comes to the minutia of gambling, because I don't know.
Slot machines.
I barely understand math.
Slot machines have payout percentages. See, every time I start talking about this, people get annoyed because it's a lot of math. So the best slot machines have like a 91% payout percentage, which means if you put in $100, best case scenario, you're going to get $91 back.
Okay.
So these are not set up for you to win. Well,
win big,
yes,
right.
Well, yes, I was in Vegas. There's been plenty of times where I've played slot machines and not won. So, but I've never taken my dad with me before. So that's why that was the variable in the situation, was my dad's ashes.
So why not?
Yeah, so there's the scientific explanation for
Yeah.
you jerks.
But why not hang on to those ashes?
And play more.
Some lucky ashes.
Well, I
You should
spread
buy-
'em.
buy
They're
some-
gone now.
Oh, way to go. Your
All of
lucky
them?
ashes are all over the place and doing nothing for nobody now.
I know.
Who has the bulk
Laid
of
them to
your...
rest.
You could have used, what a waste. You could have used those ashes instead of buying or playing a slot machine. You could have bought a Powerball ticket. He would have been way more excited about you winning the Powerball than winning $6,200.
Listen, man, not my thing. Nothing I can do about it now. The bulk of my
There's
dad's
no-
ashes are buried in the ground.
Well, we got something to do. You
We
don't have
all-
a show anymore tonight.
Right.
You got to get to that cemetery and get yourself a Powerball with them ashes.
No, we all got little tiny urns.
Well, go steal some
I
of your
was going to
sisters.
say, I understand that it was probably a financial decision to have him cremated.
Yes.
But then why bury the ashes?
Because they had the plot for him.
Oh, there was already a plot.
His parents bought plots together.
I see.
So
Wait, his parents bought a burial plot for their son?
they bought 4 or 5. So they had 2 for them, and then I think they had,
Why would they think their children
3 or
would want to
4
be
more.
buried with their parents?
I don't know. That's just what it was.
Wow. Because then you're kind of you're obligated to be buried next to your parents.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, my dad's plot is like 3 stones away from my mom's parents, but that's just because that's where my mom's going to be buried, and we didn't really know my dad's family.
One of the things that's always pitched when you're in the Mormon church is how if you go through all the things the right way, your family's sealed together and you're with your family forever. And, you know, it sounds nice, but then when you got to spend eternity with your dad going, you know, Mike Lindell's getting railroaded again. Forever's a long time. You don't want to keep hearing that.
Railroaded. Oh, I love it.
coming after him.
Dad loves Mike Lindell.
Why?
Is that the My Pillow guy?
Yes. Out of all the people to plant your flag in, why that guy?
Because that's who my dad is.
Whoever thought that like being a former crack addict would make you even nuttier? If they were like, oh, he's back off the wagon, that would make 100% sense. Wow. Railroaded to me. Oh, that's great.
The last time my brother was in town, we were all sitting around, and my dad goes, "You guys hear what happened to Mike Lindell?" This is when he got like accosted by like security guards or whatever.
Your dad or Mike Lindell?
Mike Lindell, and everybody's like, "No, we're not going to talk about Mike Lindell. Just shut your mouth."
No, thank you right now. Appreciate you, though.
Yeah, well, there it is. So Owen in Willoughby, who's always got a hot take and some deep-seated questions. I hope that maybe illuminates the situation for you.
Because I said so is my answer.
Because I said so.
It's my life. What do you care?
There you go. It's like
Makes-
talking to Irma Bombeck.
If it makes me feel better to say my dad's ashes and spirit are the ones who won the jackpot, what does it change your day at all?
And it also, there's no harm in it.
Right.
It's a victimless crime.
You were actually
It's
on
not
the
even a
slot
crime.
machine. You just got to look a speed. It's just a numbers game.
Sure.
I mean,
whatever,
they're right.
man.
Yeah,
Well, listen, I see people's questions as an opportunity
Well, they're
rather than them, you know, their tone. I know tone's a very big thing
It's
with people.
important to me.
I know their tone might be one thing, but it's always an opportunity
I
to
thought you
figure out where
always-
they're coming from.
Alan, correct me if I'm wrong. Mary always said tone doesn't matter.
It's not that big of a deal.
I don't know what she said. I thought she said that tone did matter.
No, I'm pretty sure it's tone don't matter.
I mean, I've always said that.
I don't know if she was talking about like the tone in someone's voice or tone loc. I don't know.
Now, let me
I don't know
ask you
if she's
this.
hating.
Does tone loc matter?
Yes.
Loc to After Dark. It's a classic album. I don't care what you say.
Yes, that matters.
All right. It doesn't sound like it does to you.
It doesn't.
And if you're trying to get me to believe that funky cold Medina isn't something that should be out there in the public eye, then maybe you need a refresher course. Now, granted, this is a song about drugging girls. Nevertheless, it was a different time. The Beastie Boys did it too. Next, you'll be telling me that Cosby's a bad guy. Listen, any update on that guy? I think, was he hanging out with Tone Loc?
He's just really happy when people do clean comedy.
So I got him strolled over to the other side of the cantina. I asked the guy,
Is today's Bernie Mac's birthday?
Bernie Mac?
Yeah.
I mean, is he still celebrating it? He's dead.
I mean, he's not, but I just saw it on a post about it.
Yesterday was.
Yesterday was.
Yep.
Man.
October 5th, 1957.
You missed it.
Bernie Mac was born.
Fantastic. That's all right.
He's great.
He's dead now, though, Bill.
I know.
You know who's not dead?
Bill?
Tone Loc.
Put a little Medina in your glass and the girl.
But how's his career doing?
Great. He's in movies. Ace Ventura. He's one of the stars of the movie. One of the stars of the movie Heat. That was 25 years ago. He's doing stuff. Poundcake, you know who Tone Loc is?
Nope. On my leg.
You've heard
Doesn't know who Tone Loc is.
You've never heard this song, Cody.
I have. I didn't know who it was by.
What's the other one? White guy.
Vanilla Ice?
No, what? The other Tone Loc song.
White guy. Wild Thing?
Wild Thing.
Yeah.
White guy.
Hey, listen, it comes full circle. I'm playing Van Halen today because it's Eddie Van Halen's death anniversary, and this got famous because it had that Van Halen sample in it. I don't think Tone Loc paid for it either. This was one of those early instances of somebody getting mad at someone using a sample because he used the Jamie's Crying riff off of Van Halen 1. White guy.
White guy. No, Pretty Fly for a White Guy was stuck in my head, and I don't know why.
Well, that's...
No. I mean, he was, I don't know why the acting dried up. I think he got sick or something. But every once in a while, you'd see him on those I Love the 90s.
Did he also have a brain bleed? Another coincidence?
No, he was more a guy that was like having seizures, and I don't know why. But, I mean, he's almost 60 years old. But I think he did have the Best New Artist curse at the Grammys, too. I think he might have gotten one of those. But white guy.
White guy. Sounds exactly the same.
People are worried that splitting up the ashes is going to basically like creating a Horcrux. And your
What's a Horcrux?
Horcrux.
Oh. What is that?
Harry Potter. And
Yeah, no, I know what it is.
So he's never going to be able to cross over. Yeah.
Wait.
He's not going to be able to cross over because he's all scattered all over the place.
Yeah, but part of him's buried. That's the part that goes to heaven.
You got to put it in. So the pipeline is ground to heaven?
Yes.
Ah.
From the ashes they shall rise.
I see.
Get it?
You began as dust, and to dust you shall return.
Yes.
Except he completed that part. He has returned to dust.
And now from the ashes he rises to heaven through the cremation.
Listen, I can't prove otherwise.
Racist, though. Do you think he's getting to heaven?
He asked for forgiveness.
Oh, okay.
At least he told us he did. He said when he was in the hospital.
Yeah, of course. Oh, he did.
Yep.
For that one, even?
For all of them.
Oh.
He said he was sorry for everything.
You know, it's so weird that that's when most people find themselves the most penitent for whatever they've done when they're on their deathbed.
It
Boy,
is
what a
interesting.
weird, you want to talk about fate. It is a weird
interesting.
situation
Not
that's
me.
when everybody comes to the conclusion
You know
that
what?
maybe I should ask for forgiveness.
When I'm on my deathbed, I'm going to be sinning like crazy.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to be throwing slurs and just doing all sorts of crazy stuff, trying to kill the nurses.
I'll lock your part in hell. Fiery eternity, Bill.
When you're on your deathbed, you're going to do
If I
all
get
that.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going the other way.
What if
I'm
you're in
gonna
your
pray for
death
you.
chair? What if you're not in a bed? It could be in your death chair. It could be at your death kitchen table.
Well, it's only if I know death is imminent.
Drinking your death juice.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you die in your bed, that is the only place you die that they refer to the furniture.
Yeah.
It's the only time they say, well, he was on his deathbed. They don't ever say, like, if you're in a car accident, they go, he was in his death car when he passed away.
In his deathmobile.
Right. Yeah.
He was on a death ride.
Yeah.
How did he die? He jumped off the roof. He was on his death sidewalk. I got a break here if you
And
want
some
to.
Death Street.
send a text, 35192. You want to get your mitts on those Bullet for My Valentine tickets. They're coming back to do a show with the Agora. I'll have those after the break. And then 4:30 is the next keyword for you to grab $1,000 from the Buzzard book.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Or whatever smart